Hi guys, today I'll show you how you can recon your speaker with all the requirements. Here's the coil with an original PV speaker, as you can see that, but for some reason, for some irresponsible DJs blew up this speaker. It's a bass speaker, so I'll show you all the requirements needed to record your speaker in case you don't find the original replacement from PV website. So like in my case, I did not find the replacement basket for my PV bass speaker, so I decided to buy parts so that I can record it, because I love this speaker, man. The magnet is so big and very heavy. Can't imagine. These are the requirements that you need to record your speaker. First of all, you have to buy this, you have to find the coil. I got this coil for exactly size for my speaker, which I use the coil. Then I got this, it's a dust cover for covering when I finish making the speaker. Then I have this, it's a sandpaper for cleaning this dirty sandpaper. So you need the sandpaper. Then you need this spider, this ring thing, and you need I have this is thinners for cleaning the dirty. I have this glue which I use for sticking the papers, and I have this paper, it's a thick paper which I use when centering the coil. Then you need a screwdriver and unscrewing your speaker in case it has screws, like mine here, it has some screws here, so I need a screwdriver. Then you need to buy a paper. This is a cone you need. It's a bit thick and hard for bass. I like it so that it can give that punch. So this is the coil I got. So these are the things I will use: corn paper, thinners for cleaning, adhesive glue, and practically, let me show you. It's two glue. It's called Prattling. We use this glue to stick our wires when we put some. So let's get started. This odd thing, we'll remove everything. As you can see, so first thing, we're going to clean this hole, because if there's anything when we input our coil, it will be damaged. So you have to make sure you clean this hole properly, perfectly, and nicely. I forgot to mention, you also need a masking tape. You're gonna use this masking tape for cleaning the dirt around here. So you need something, a strong paper, like even like an ATM card. Then you just get the piece like this. You put the masking tape around like this. The sticking part should be outside. Then you start cleaning through the hole. You go as deep as possible. Make sure you clean all the dirty. Make sure you do the cleaning over and over and over and over. You clean, make sure you move any dirty. So like you can see, there's no too much dirty, but I'll continue cleaning until it's clean. You have to seal these holes when you're done cleaning. Seal my hole properly, so as when I start cleaning this dirty you see, they won't fall in this holes that we are just from cleaning. So you have to seal it like this. Then you proceed to the next step of removing this dirty. This cleaning process, I put these thinners around When I put, then I get a sandpaper. I start cleaning on the dirt. As you can see, the dirt is coming out softly and easily by the help of thinners. So as you can see, I'll just skip this video. When I'm done, I'll show you. Then even here on the top, we have to do the same. Okay, then you start cleaning here. You remove all the dirt like so. As you can see, it's easy. So I'll be back when I finish cleaning. I'll just skip this video. I've successfully cleaned out all the dirty, all the glue that was in this layer. I don't have to remove this black layer, as this is what is good when holding the paper, which I'll be putting. And as you can see here, on these areas, I've tried to clean nicely and properly, and now the area is clean and ready for the next step of aligning the coil to the. Now it's time we put in our coil inside. We remove these protectors. So to align this, we need to use this paper. This paper, we'll put it round like so. Then we get another piece like this, we put it this way. To make a circle. Yeah, like so. Then we get a coil, then we put it inside like so. We align it, then we push it inside. Yeah, like so. As you can see. Now when centering, make sure that the edge, the wire is, you can see the first two lines of the wire up. So when it's aligned, you get this part, you put glue around, and you put glue around this spider here. When you wait a few seconds, then we're gonna put it around the coil and push it down and make sure it's sealed. It's stuck. We stick it to this part. Make sure you don't shake this centered coil. After we have set up this part properly, it's time now to add brattly. We mix them, then we put them round so that we glue this coil to the spider. So here we're gonna get this and start applying around. Properly. Like so. We'll be back when I'm done. It was dried up. We removed it. Yeah, it's time now to put glue around this area. Then we'll put our coil back around this area. Like so. Just to make sure the glue is properly settled, I'll show you. I'm gonna just keep this to dry just a bit. Now I'm gonna settle this straight. Make sure these wires, they match with the one with the exactly where the speakers, the connectors will be. Put it on, settle it straight. Please don't make a mistake. As you can see, I've aligned the cables straight. So just push it in down softly. Make sure it's aligned. Yeah, like so. Yeah, there you go. You can now start sailing around. Yeah. The cone in place. It's time to put the cone in place. Make sure for these two wires you make holes here, which will, let me just show you, which will connect to this part here. These two connectors for the speaker. Hope you can see that clearly. To these two holes, and they connect to these two wires. There's a positive and there's a positive and a negative. So I'm gonna put a cone and I'll put it in place. Now to glue this, I'll use Pratley, because this is very strong glue which will keep these wires in place. So I'll be putting glue again in this surface now, where I'll put the paper. Yeah. So just fast forward, I'll skip this. So after applying the glue nicely and waited a few seconds, a minute or so, I'm ready to put in the cone now. Make sure I have to match these cables straight to this part here, to these cables. So I'll just put in the cone like so, just making sure it's aligned before I push in, just making sure everything is settled properly, nicely and perfect. You don't want any mistakes after filling this. Yeah, when it's done, just have to glue it like so. So after aligning the cone properly, it's time now to add this Pratley. Solid contact like so, on like this, like so. Yeah, I've left it, it has now dried. It's time to remove this paper, so that finally we test the speaker. It's now time to test it. I'm gonna use this amplifier and the mixer. Let's see how to play. It's a taste.